Hello viewers, our team has carefully selected these messages for your edification and transformation. Watch and stay blessed.
And it is because you are a living soul that you are an object of attack. Demons will visit you without invitation. They'll visit you on the train, visit you while you are surfing on your cell phone. And the whole objective is mind-bending, to make you accept a reality that is apart from Christ, and to see yourself as an isolated individual that is not under the crucible of God's administration. And in that situation, you become insufficient. You become cheap prey in the hands of the enemy. In that situation, you stand no chance. There is a context in which God domiciled the new creation. There is a place in which God domiciled the life of the Christian. Are you there? Yes, sir. Every form of deception is designed to obscure your heart from understanding that context. This is my own personal body now. There's a problem. Some people, some ministers of the gospel in my country, they were trying to justify several unbiblical things. And the way they do it is that they bring human testimony, that this pastor was in this situation. Are we more holy than him? This preacher was in that situation. Are we better than him? The other preacher was in this challenge. Are we senior to him? Now, if the reference point is a human being, then we are whacked. We have been rigged. Our system has been hacked. That's what happens when society wants to define itself by itself. We are on a track of vanity that has no end. So we need to bring God into the equation, and it's from God that we can have the reference from whence to judge man. Is that clear? If you take God out of the crucible, you have a landscape without a reference point. And what becomes right or wrong will be based on who has the ability to shout the loudest. But as obvious as what I just said is, in your own individual life, I will show you that most of us took God out long time ago. Even though we say Jesus sometimes, even though we say hallelujah sometimes, but there's no reference in our state of existence because it's not within the framework of the designated architecture. You there? Yes, all right, so because Jesus did not achieve what he achieved on the cross without suffering, so there's a measure of suffering that all of us will endure in fulfilling the plan of God. Not suffering because we are criminals, not suffering because we are wicked people, but suffering. There's an allocation of suffering that has been meted out to you as your portion of experience, because the one that authored our salvation authored it with suffering. Are you following me? Yes. You know, we have faith preachers these days, and they say, Jesus suffered so that you will not suffer. That's wrong doctrine. That person doesn't study his Bible. The same way, you are not greater than your master. The Bible said that a disciple is not greater than his master, and a servant is not greater than his Lord. The exact same thing that Jesus experienced, you that are not greater than him, you will experience. So the moment you begin to grow in the Lord, the first persecution is likely to come from your husband. Say, which kind of prayer is this? The first level of persecution. Oh, you are not with me. The husband we are talking about is not an unbeliever. You are going to church again. What is happening like this? Because you cannot walk that path without having your own fair share of suffering. It's like that. Then when you now discover that the authority that has been set over you is vast to your journeys in the Lord, then you go and find that place called a place of prayer. Because oppositions will rise because of your pursuit of Jesus, the escape route he gave us is the knee. So I'm wondering how you survive as a Christian for 20 years and you don't know how to pray. It means you are an abnormal Christian. You experience a mutation. You know, I told you yesterday, I'm from the village. I'm not from the city. I was raised in the wilderness. I'm like John the Baptist. I'm like Elijah. I'm not refined. So if you're expecting me to use good words today, you will never, it's not in my vocabulary. But may the Lord open your eyes to see that my heart towards you is burning with fervent love.